Hey guys, morning. Level 2 here. So let's get a quick review of what we have. Streaming started a bit early today. Alright, so let's get a quick idea of what we have and what we holding and what we not holding from the trade plan last night. We got in our London Open, took our 6 points from the 75, which was the same trade that we had from yesterday. We're looking for value area high entry at this point. We have our working order set at 80 for the secondary on the secondary side. We holding the secondary or the long-term entry on this side at 75s. We have secondary set up at 80. 78 to 80 should be a good area if you're looking for tighter stops. Use 86 as your stop to the upside for the New York Open, which is in 1 hour and a couple minutes, hour and 7 minutes. So you can see right here we got the nodal value, test of the value here, although from the previous day. Push to the downside, then return up. Volatility and volume isn't that much. And on oil, we have our sell sitting right here. We had our sell sitting right here. We got in the oil, got out of one contract already from London from late this morning. I'll go trade. The expectation was for the dip last night. We returned back to the upside. Look to sell, kill zone as far up as possible. We got in at 25 and closed off at 95, which is the price is now. We're looking for our basic RR on this. Looking at what prices we locked in price, so we only have that single contract still running for the 2 to 1 trade. So the only active we have on this is selling at the 25s, which we got in live. Looking for the secondary 2 to 1. That 50 point TP. I mean 60 points, sorry. 2 to 1 trade. Looking for the test of this area, which is node. You can see the node identified here. If you look at trade plan from last night, more or less we got filled on our stuff. Let's see what's news. Nothing major in news. Had some European news earlier this morning. Low level stuff, so we don't have nothing big affected. These preliminary numbers doesn't really affect the market that much, or should not affect the market that much. So you're looking for more or less a test and look to fade the test of the high. You can see where we have this nodal value here, which was yesterday's open, and that for secondary entry already pulled 6 points off of the market overnight. Looking to see if we could add more victories to the party. So just sitting and waiting. We'll be doing a lot of that today. It's Wednesday. Darlington crude on the news on the open, trying to look to see if we could get a bearish move in the market on the open to get this node value filled. We were consolidating for a couple days, just waiting to see if we could get this node value filled, and then look to see if we could get some short positions on post news. We identified this buy a couple days ago. It's been acting more or less in the way we were looking for it to act as a support and resistance. So always trade what you see. We have one active in each market. From the overnights, we more or less guaranteed break evens. On our trades because we closed off one contract at profit and was we trade have one trading contract on right now. So we got our 30 points here. And we got our 6 point here. So that's plus 600 dollars on singles sitting on right now this morning. Yes, we can see the market opens if we get the flow down. This number here is 55 5 55 10 might provide some support or the gap here. So we identifying where the short side is now to look to get long in the market. If we do see big moves in the market, we have identified this area here. So we had our meeting a bit early this morning because we like to be early. Being early is very good. So we have two areas of support we're looking at this morning. Where you think the market might go if we do get a bearish move, if they get a couple of contracts off. So we're more or less looking at two areas here. We're looking at if the push does come against us, looking again at 80. We're already in at 76, close off here. Looking for if you do get a re-entry here at 76 and looking to be 76. The stops should be above the 81 to it should be at around 82. If you're short right now, I probably in this scenario would wait because we kicked off a value area low already, got the short in position, more or less hold the overnight low. I will wait 75 77 just to get a little better position in the market, but 76 is reasonable place if you're looking to go short in the market. As of now, we don't have any news coming out at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, so 75 to 76 is always kill zone we are looking for here. There's a kill zone between here and here. Look for best pricing, look for your price action, look for where support and resistance is, node action. Let's look at overnights what the profile showed us. What did the profile show us? So always trade in your plan is something that we preach all the time. You see tight range overnight where the point of control is. Point of control is still sitting at 70 for the overnight, so you need to look at volume. Volume is delayed, so 120 as of now, reasonable amount of volume. Oh, let me just pop out the chat here if anybody has any question. Oh, that is it. Um, sorry about the accent. I'm from the Caribbean, so look, and learn is the whole point of this. I trade my style with my particular. We are trading. Everybody should just build a system. Reason I do this is to help myself also in trading. Those guys handling up. I have two guys sitting in the next room. Move most well, this which is my gaming computer across. Usually go and play video games at around 11 a.m. So the oil trade is very important to us because we just lean on oil very rarely, but we just like to lean on oil when we do see the opportunity, especially on Wednesdays. It's because of leveraging and always plan your trade. If you look at last night's trade plan, you will see how I identify these areas, these points, what you're looking for as you move in the market, what you're looking for to see as you're looking for bears. Bulls always like to get in early on our oil trade. Get in early on our oil trade, and you can see why we have take profits at certain levels, which ties into our risk to reward, and also looking at nodal structures. You can see resistance based on this node right now. So we were talking about that yesterday. Well, folk was talking about that particular level yesterday. Right. This is old news. Why the hell that's still coming up? If you go to the 1 hour chart, you will see exactly what we are looking at in that bandwidth. Now my December contracts you're looking at. This is where we look at the area where we saw a lot of volume taking off in the market, so we know it have a lot of price acceptance there. If it's a volume and value trader, you should look at it, and we have a small build and use tools that are applicable. Where is my oilprice.com? Have a small build and crude. Always understand what is the situation. Continuing the build, that's why we're looking to be bearish. I was looking to be bearish on 55, 50 last week. And getting London triggers is something that we actually like to actually do. So once we have a London trigger, we know and we have the move going in the right way. We look to trade it, but trading on the oil news is very difficult. Why are you still here? Yeah. So we know Top Step does not allow trading during the news. So I identify your points previous to that, what you're looking for in the movement of the market. So according to what where the location, which we expect the location to be within this range, as we get the news, you would see a flicker retest of that 40 to 50 area more than likely. That's where you're looking to get in because you have structure, you have limited amount of risk that you can take and look for a big move. We look for 3 to 1s or 2.5 to 1s on those particular Wednesday trades. We have one trade sitting right here at 45s, right there, sitting on that 45 for news trade itself. Positioning and trading positions is always difficult, so be aware of what you're seeing in the market, what you're doing. So the reason we hold on to this bigger long-term trade is because we already took profit, so risk reduction is almost at zero. So most we could lose on this particular position trade is 2 points if we do get the dip. want to still have some skin in the game. If you do get it punch to the upside, punches there. We have deviations for today set up the following. This 20 5092 is the equal measured move to the upside, so if you do get the punch to the upside, look for that number, especially that is your optimum entry number based on a measured move. This is trading against all-time high, so be careful as per usual in trading all-time highs. This 80 entry is dependent on what we've seen in the market prior to open and on open. So you can see we trading off our value area high, reasonable amount of support right over here. We haven't got the gap filled yet, which is the issue here. We adjusted our TP on the secondaries to 10 points on the 75 entries to make sure we within the range and technically have the take profit right within the identified area. We know what we're looking for as the move, if you're being a bear or if you're being a bull. So we looked at being value area high now to drift our average entry and our stops. Little back, make sure that you have your stops, your preliminary entry stop behind this particular node here. As you can see, identified node is why we want to have our stops right at that area, so we know when the trade will fail. If you do get a kick, we'll be fading the 92s, this morning 90s to 92s. Keep your chart clean, simple, don't over complicate your stuff. Look for the heat maps. I know Dante does look at FT. Is if you do have the heat map available there and full depth, I wouldn't be we use full depth also within the system, so we'll be monitoring full depth on the system. Don't ever look to get the other ones which only gives you a partial, which is open, they don't give you the overnights and stuff. So we always look for that particular thing. There is support within the area here, the 68, the 70. This was the kickoff level that we have, that top step have labeled off. We leaned on that, no issues with that. That is the measured move, which was applicable, so we were looking at tight trading range. So if it was long, no issues with that. We had guys who took one scalp because the scalper, he scalps, got his 6 points and ran for the hills. So we just waited until this morning. Back up the position, sitting, waiting for the open. We are about 20 minutes away from the opening of oil. Want to see where the price action is in oil. Again, we have this 2 contract sell sitting here. So what I will do is remove what's active, because more than likely you guys wouldn't have the have that overnight position on. So want to more or less, although we know we have what we have inside what we need to manage. This is the optimum entry here. We're looking at 40s to 45s. We're sitting on 45 test. We already have this position here. We know where the TP is for this area here. We'll look for the 3-to-1 trade on a Wednesday, which is take full advantage of that 3-to-1. So we set it up is 1-to-1 and 3-to-1, 60 points of profit. I mean risk. Sorry. 60 points are risk total, with possibilities on the outside. So the first one will be 1-to-1, second will be 3-to-1. So this is how this news trade is set up. Now we are allowed to trade through the news because we trade privately. Off platform, if you're in top step, you would have to wait your it is 1 minute or 2 minutes or 5 minutes, some stuff like that. If you're trading with top step. Don't have nothing against that because it's risk avoidance. Because you would get that flicker and that sweep. What we look for is the fills. So we active is right here at 25s. We got the 1-to-1 out. Right here we identified position. Holding the secondaries. Just waiting for this test here. We look for 2.5 to 1 to 3 to 1 on the major move we looking at. If it does lock up, take remove risk. Try to take profits at applicable areas. Jump across the FD stuff in a while, so I would, or let's pause the stream, or yeah, or just pause the recording and come back to it, so I have the same stream running on, so it'll be open, I'll be coming back. Yeah, so I just have updated what we actually did overnight. Always make sure you have your London Open set out if you do have the time, which I do, on overnights and trading it. No issues there. I have a couple. I have a BS spread, vertical spread. My vertical spread is actually sitting from I got in yesterday morning at, I think, just at 7 o'clock or 5 o'clock yesterday morning. I think it was 5, right after the London was waiting for the test here and sold this spread. So the spread is, we'll be able to show it there. My BS spread sitting from here to 45. So from 90 to 40 to 45. So we're looking at from here. This particular move, trying to fade this move. Doing that. Hopefully John will remember and bring up what the 68 is, like the equal measured move. So there is always risk in the market, so remember that. So I need to get some coffee. So this is your 10 to TM trade, opening trade you're looking for. We just have this little number identified here to signify if we're gonna lose on this trade. We have 25 right there. So this is the active right here. Doing this. I'm looking for best possible entry this morning on the news release, but we have stop sitting right here. 25 from my identified position yesterday. I'm not gonna add at that point. Just gonna let that one run. We had reasonable amount of risk. We guaranteed that worst we can do on that position is break even. We do hit 55s. Will be our break even point, which is our stop. So I'll take a small break, go and get some coffee this morning. I'll be chat running in the meantime. Also remember that we have God, don't need to say all that. Don't know who reporting this morning. Didn't really quite have a look. No, not me. That come up on my zone of what are we looking at. I used to have some small positions on Nikki overnight because we just actually trade that sometimes. Sometimes. And we just talk about rotations. Rotations in market is expected rotation and what the actual rotation is. So you know the market expanding or reducing in volatility. So it has become what is the expectancy and what is the expectancy, how you're setting up your TPs. Because risk and risk management is always needs to be properly identified. So most more than anything else, you have to measure your risk before you do anything else. So on oil we have a hard stop at 30 all the time because that is what the size of our account allows us to trade maximum 2 contracts, active contracts at any point, 2 to 3. We always keep one in your back pocket. The third one is we tertiary entry or we secondary entry as the case may be. We like to trade against certain levels. So if we looking at positioning wise, a position and how we consider positioning. A position is where you enter the trade. Contract is how many trades you're trading on that contract. How you start at level, how you look at the market before that level. So positioning is very important. So what we active kill zone is right now is here. So we got the primary kill zone. Have our what we're looking at. This is your active kill zone here. Now you have to go to trade the kill zone. More or less is like this. Optimum entry is 45. Primary entry is at 35s. Looking to be a bear in the market. Got the initial move, took some profits, waiting for the secondaries to fill. If we do get that fill, still holding secondary entry here. The optimum position is up here. We still have our 25s holding for this particular break line here and trading what we see. So you know we guaranteed break even on the overnight trade. And trading what you see and what the market tells you. Now we don't pull trades based on small moves in the market, or we trade on expectancy, but we expect the market to do. And pull some of these lines off. Don't like too many lines on the charting system. I wouldn't be able to show you guys full depth in the system. And choosing the right broker is always, well, not broker, but how much liquidity provider is if you trade in open market. That's why as a proper proponent for Top Step, that is why I more or less put in yesterday's comment, which turns out to be a rant, as we just say, a Dan rant or a blog. Because everybody has struggled with trading when they now start. Just building a plan, building confidence, trading what you see. You would have bad weeks. Look at the long term. We just have a saying, eat little and live long. That is how we trade. And it have many different styles of trading. A lot of guys would want to see correction, return, and then so. For my basic experiences, I always have working order set up. I don't like to pull the trigger live. That will drift for against me. Just play with my mind a lot. So I just have working set orders set up in particular spots. Like this morning we have 45 set up. We have one running contract, so we know we have limited amount of risk, and we have two contracts set up to the optimum entry. 45 to 35 is your kill zone for the market open. If you do get the continuation and punch down to here, I'll take my money and run home. It's called mash the road. Faster you get out, better for you. Meaning that you don't need you take profits at where you're supposed to take profits, but earlier out in it provides more opportunities. Your first trade either overnight or early in the morning is very important to how your day would be. It allows your confidence, and if patience required, is required 90% of the time. This 75, 76 trade plan for last night. That we achieved what we need to achieve for that. Still holding this secondary here. This is my optimum entry here to manage my risk. And this is your possibility of the range today. And I haven't measured that as yet on a move, but we know that is where we're looking for if the bulls come into the market today. See what the Nasdaq is doing this morning. You see we was with an idea. Nasdaq is only up 10 points. Negligible. So we can lock sync with both of them. I focus on the ES because it's a bigger market and a lot more liquidity. A lot of guys trading as same risk to reward, same measurements, everything. Don't like the RTY, just the range and courses though it doesn't make sense for my risk to reward management. My basic RRs. I do like where 1 point could flip me off and get me angry and pull out mouse and pet it away and stuff. Now it's a wireless mouse, so yeah, we know trading is a frustrating thing sometimes. So I'll probably just jump across all and look at what FT has planned for today. I always have ideas. I always look at what experienced guys, not the flippant little guys, sell a moving average, buy RSI. Not just pisses me off when I see people doing that and streaming that, or it is, or just following that trade because they see a breakout. It is piss me off, piss me off, piss me off. It's just not my style of trading, but it's not trading. In particular, if you're trading off a moving average alone. If you're trading off a moving average alone, you should be shot, in my opinion. And I had that argument with a lot of guys, experienced guys too, who trade and just trade off a moving average. I was like, huh? What? 21-day moving average. What about 5? A crossing of a 8, a 7-day and a 21-day moving average. What? So where's my risk management there? Yeah. They're like, no, we just selling it. I'm like, what the hell are you effing talking about? I'm like, nope, 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 nope. I didn't learn that way. I learned that way because, in my opinion, it just doesn't work. Especially in futures market. In the futures market, you know what futures market is a hunt for value. And what future value is. And my understanding of what future value is is what is the bias market has when the big boys setting where it have volatility, where it have volume, where it have a lot of liquidity, markets are attracted to liquidity, which is a function of the market. The main function in the market is to bring balance. And trading in different environment, different systems. Like I have a particular guy I know on YouTube. All he does is look at implied volatility, sell implied volatility, buy implied volatility, and I'll be like, what are you doing? Why? Why? I mean, I trade off deviations and volatility, but he would look at the deviation, wait for change control, and then sell that, and do. I make a lot of money, but good for him if that's his style, not my style. Trade the market environment. Let's see if FT is up. Enough of my rants for this morning. So I'll pause the stream here, guys. This is one of the smartest traders you would see out here. This is FT. Has his style, trades his style. I have nothing against. I learned a lot from him. So I'll pause the stream and I'll come back probably on the market open after we complete top step stuff and go through with other stuff. To talk to those guys also, so I'll be in the room with them. Okay, guys, break time.